Inspector General Michael Horowitz confirming his department will look into alleged discrepancies in James Comey's testimony. Listen.
We've taken now your report and we've put it side by side. Congressional testimony that James Comey made. I'm finding just a number of irregularities.
It's certainly appropriate for us to get a referral about a then employee of the department.
But despite the potential weaponization of the DOJ, Democrats would rather push their impeachment agenda. So are they doing a disservice to Americans? Here to debate is Democrat political analyst Kelly Hyman and Republican strategist Joseph Pinion. Thank you both for joining us early this morning. We appreciate it.
Good to be here.
Thank you. So let's start this. Joseph, I'll start with you. What do you think? Are they doing a disservice to Americans?
Well, look, I think realistically, I mean, Democrats, I think that old 60s song from Leslie Gore, "It's my party and I'll cry if I want to." I mean, we realistically have a Democratic Party that is obsessed with impeachment, and in spite of the fact that the majority of Americans across partisan lines do not want it. And so when you hear this type of explosive accusations coming out of the IG, and you have Democrats who still want to go out here and drag everyone from Corey Lewandowski to his mother, to everyone included down to Capitol Hill to talk about things that we've talked about ad nauseum, it really makes you wonder what their priorities are.
Yeah, Kelly, let's take a look at this, and I do want you to respond to it because the polls do show just what Joseph was saying. The latest poll we have, 50% oppose going ahead with these impeachment proceedings against Donald Trump. Only 37% support it against the president. And then the president tweeted about the little support for impeachment, where he said all polls, some brand new polls, show very little support. Called it a waste of time, amongst some other things. So why do Democrats continue to pursue this? And do you think that it is a waste of time and a disservice? What's your opinion?
Well, good morning. Thank you so much for having me on the show. I think it's important for people, the American people, to know the truth. And we were talking about the polls earlier. You know, polls sway whether the majority of the Americans actually think that, it's beneficial to have some kind of impeachment. But we need to get to the bottom. We need to get to the truth of the matter. And I don't think the Democratic Party is doing the American people a disservice. We are the party of the people, and we want to include everyone. And so I think it's important that the American people have a right to know.
Yeah, the American people also, though, have a right for the Department of Justice to not be weaponized. And that's one of the big concerns here. And you don't hear a lot from, Democrats when it comes to James Comey, when it comes to McCabe. President Trump did a one-on-one interview with our Ed Henry, which we're going to air in its entirety later on Fox and Friends. But here's a portion of that when it comes to consequences for Comey and McCabe. Listen to this.
Are you worried that some of these guys who you believe were going after you are going to get off the hook?
Well, the report on Comey was a horrible report on him, and you'll have to ask the Attorney General about whatever is going on. And on McCabe, certainly what he's done is just despicable. But we'll see what happens. We'll see where it all goes. I think that there's a lot of things happening right now, but we'll see what happens.
So, Kelly, I'll get you to respond to that, and then, Joseph, you get the last word.
No, absolutely. I mean, we have to remember that the Department of Justice is there to enforce the law. But we have a sitting president of the United States that doesn't believe in the rule of law. And so it's really important to think about what the Justice Department is really set to do.
Joseph?
I mean, look, we have 3-year-olds right now who will grow up only to discover that their first words were not mother or father, but Bob Mueller or impeachment. So I think that the notion that this idea has not been discussed is ridiculous. I think the American people are more concerned with what is happening in our Department of Justice. And if Democrats don't understand that, again, there's going to be some heartache come November 2020.
Yeah, well, we'll see if we get some answers. Kelly and Joseph, thank you both for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Have a good day.